Tonight, Oakland's top cop says he is on a mission to push forward these reforms within the department.
Yeah, during a Facebook Live tonight, Chief LaRon Armstrong discussed some of the steps that he's taking in the department to make sure that it happens sooner than later. Front 4's Jonathan McCall here in the studio with his message tonight. Jonathan.
Yeah, the chief has been very vocal about these reforms and the need to try to implement them not only in his department but also departments nationwide. He's actually been making the rounds on national TV, making sure that that message gets out. You know what? He also said one thing that he wanted to let folks know is that he wants folks to be encouraged by what they see in the community on what they hear. In that nearly 30-minute sit down tonight, the chief mentioned that de-escalation along with reforms could go a long way in helping many cases of police interactions. Oakland Police Chief LaRon Armstrong says that reform is needed in police agencies nationwide and even within his own.
Law enforcement has been such an insular, institution for so long that it is time to let community in the room. He
says that many cases of people being killed at the hands of police that have grabbed national attention nationwide has been troubling for him to watch. In recent weeks, Armstrong has hit the national news circuit championing the call for de-escalation among police officers. It's something that he says he's trying to make second nature within the officers of OPD.
And some of the responsibility is law enforcement. How do we train our officers to better manage these situations? How do we recognize that a gun and badge may not be the right response to everything?
He says he's looking forward to the upcoming macro team finally hitting the streets in Oakland. The team recently given the green light by Oakland city leaders would send civilians and medical along with mental health professionals to respond to nonviolent emergency calls instead of officers.
So for so many years when law enforcement was handling critical incidents, we wouldn't be very open to hearing community say, can I help you with that? Or can we call this individual's mother to the scene and see if she can help you resolve this issue by getting her son to safely surrender?
The 20-year Oakland native says that much has changed since he joined the force. But he says at the heart of every interaction between the public and police is respect, something that he admits isn't always there.
People oftentimes talk about the treatment that they had with law enforcement more than they talk about the outcome. Whether they got a ticket or whether they went to jail, that doesn't matter as much as if the officer was disrespectful, the officer was unprofessional.
In addition to the macro team that will hit the streets very soon in Oakland, Chief Armstrong says he's also invested in technology since taking the helm, including a simulator that allows officers to train for certain situations that they could indeed come across the field. And Grant and Vicki, one of the other things that Chief Armstrong is stressing with regards to that respect and that building that trust is he's encouraging his officers, hey, once you take off that uniform, you're a human, just like the people that you serve and protect. Get into the communities, shake their hands, meet them, say hello, let them know who you are and how you're there to help them out.
Yeah, that one-on-one probably goes a long way. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks.